Hello and welcome back by Cooking with Ollie. Today we're going to be making protein French toast. Right, come on over. Here we have the ingredients for today. So of course we got some eggs, we have a little bit of milk, we are going to need some butter for in the pan, we got some bread and then some protein powder. Now you can use whatever flavor you want. Today I got banana, so it's going to kind of be like banana bread, but whatever your favorite flavor is for protein, that's what you can use. Alright, so what we're going to start out with today is filling this thing up with 500 milliliters of milk. And for that I'm gonna have a little container right here so that I can actually see how much milk I'm putting in. So we're gonna grab this, there we go. And as I said, we want around half a liter of milk into this thing. There we go, that's about perfect, I would say. So we're gonna throw that in there, boom. And next up, we're gonna add in the eggs. So as I said, we are gonna add in 4 eggs to this thing. Let's just put them over here, there we go. And you can get a nice shot of the milk. And here we go, we're gonna add in 4 eggs. Now of course you wanna be careful here not to let any shell go in there. So boom, that's 1 egg. And 4 eggs, there we go. Right, so once they are all added in there, you can either choose to add in the protein right now or first shake it up a little bit. I like to shake it up at this point already so that the eggs are actually already mixed a little bit with the milk. There we go. And now of course when you're making normal French toast, this would be it. But since we are trying to make some gains here, we're gonna add in some whey protein. So for the amount that we're making right now, I would say 1 scoop is good. If you add in more scoops, it will taste a lot like the protein powder, and that's not that amazing, I wouldn't say. But let's say you're making double the amount of French toast, then you can add in double the amount of scoops. So here we go. We got a healthy scoop of protein powder right here. Gonna add that right in there. And now you want to make sure to really stir this up well. So yeah, you want to stir this up for quite a bit until you basically don't see any chunks left in there, and then it is all good. Okay, and there we go. This is looking pretty good. I don't really see any chunks in there anymore, so that is of course what we want. This is enough for now. We're gonna let it sit for a second, because what we're gonna do now is start heating up the pan. So we're gonna put some fire onto the pitch here. There we go. And you want to immediately put in some butter here. A good amount of butter. You don't want the protein mixture here to be sticking to the pan in a second. So I'm gonna actually add in just a little bit more even. There we go. Look at that healthy amount. And you just want to let that smelt up for a little while. Alright, and there we go. Alright, there we go. It's now all melted up. This is perfect. I've put the heat back down, and what we're gonna do now is take a little slice of bread and make sure to really dip it in nicely into the mixture that we just made. So here you can see I'm dipping it in. I'm gonna flip it over as well, and then when the bread is completely soaked with the mixture, then it's all good to go in. So you take the slice, let it drip out just a little bit, and put it in the pan like so. Now there's more room in the pan, so we're gonna put in another slice. You take a slice, you dip it in nicely, get it all soaked. There we go, and you add it in the pan here. Now what you could do is add in half a slice here as well and here as well. We're not gonna do that right now. It will go a little bit quicker like that, but I prefer not doing it. Hey, to each their own. And what we're gonna do now is just put up back the heat a little bit and wait for this to get nice and toasty. Now what I like to do while this is all happening is actually put in the next slice already into the mixture. That will make it so that that slice will be really soaked by the time we're putting it into the pan, which is only nice. That's gonna make it really flavorful. So a little Ollie tip right there. Perfect. Alright, so the way I like to do this, I like to just smell when they're ready to be flipped over. Now, of course, the first time you do it, you don't really know what they should smell like in order to do that. But over the time, you will learn it, like I have now done. But if you cannot smell it, I can. You can take a little look using a fork. So come on over and take a look here. You can just take a little look-see on the underside here. And once you see it starting to turn like gold, that's when you know it's just about ready to be flipped over. So I'm going to use a fork and a spoon here. Flip it over. Oh, look at that, nice and gold. I'm of course going to flip over the other one here as well. If I can get underneath it with my fork. Yep, there we go. Oh, yes. This is perfect. This is the exact way you want them to look. Nice and golden brown. And of course, so when they're on the other side, like this, of course, they don't need to be taking as long as they did on the first side. So this part is going to be a lot faster. Once again, you can just use the little fork to check underneath it. And this is starting to look really quite good. We're going to give it a little longer. Then we're going to flip it over one more time. And then we'll be finished. Alright, time to flip it over one more time. There we go. Look at that. And boom. Alright. We're gonna give them just about maybe 10-15 more seconds in the pan here. And then they're all good to be served. And there we go. This is just about perfect. So we're gonna take them and we're gonna put them on a little plate here. There we go. And now that we have done two, it's time to move on to the next ones. Now I like to add in a little bit of extra butter in the pan at this point in time, since most of it has already been used on the last two buns. But don't be worried, you don't need to put in as much as you did on the first time. Just a little extra in here. And look at that, smelled all super quickly. That's always nice. Alright, so of course the second time around the butter melts really quickly. So that's nice. We still have our little bit of bread in here from before. This thing is completely soaked now, which is something I like. So yeah, we're gonna take it out now. Oh my goodness, you need to be careful here that it doesn't fall apart. And we're gonna put that back in the pan here. There we go. Take another slice. Of course, dip it in there, get it all nice and soaky. There we go. And put it in there as well. There we go. Look at that. We're gonna put back up the heat and repeat the process that we did the first time around. Real nice and easy. Now, one tip I like to give out at this point: make sure that you separate the buns or the slices at this point in time. Otherwise, they will start sticking together, and it will be quite difficult to flip them over if they're sticking together. So make sure they are separated and stay separated. Let's take a little look-see here. Ooh, yes, they are ready, even more than ready. Let's flip them over. Boom, that's one. And up, there we go, that's two. Oh, perfect, I would say. Look at that, nice golden and brown. Exactly the way you want them. And they smell delicious. Okay, and they're just about ready now. I mean, we can take a little look-see again. Beautiful. We're gonna take them over to the plate. And once again, just put them on top of the other ones. There we go. Ooh, nice. The exact way I like them. And we're gonna once again add some butter into the pan. And we're gonna put in the last two slices now. Alright, butter is all melted up again. And we're gonna add in the last two slices now. So we're gonna take our little bun. We're gonna dip it all in there again. And there we go. That's one slice. Take another. And oh, there we go. Oh, you smell that? That smells like some French toast is ready to be flipped over. Let's take a little look-see here, shall we? A little look underneath it. Ooh, that is nice and golden. Alright, let's grab our little spoon again and flip these bad boys over here, shall we? Up. Oh, nice. Another one. Up. Woo. Yeah, these look perfect. We're gonna give them a little time on this side, and I will flip these bad boys over one more time, I think, and then they should just about be ready. Okay. They look just about perfect once again now. So we're gonna take them over to our plate yet again. Put them on there, just help them a little bit, and there we go. That's 6 beautiful French toasts all done. Now I got a little bit of mixture left over in the bowl. If we take a little look here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna make 2 more slices. But hey, I think if I think you get the memo around now, so I'm not gonna show those for today. I think this is enough. But yeah, look at these. These are absolutely beautiful with the eggs, the milk, and the protein powder all mixed up in there. There's actually a lot of protein in here right now, so they're quite anabolic. Let's just say it like that. And they are quite tasty as well. I really do like these. Now, I do like to add in a little bit of topping. Personally, I like the sugar on top of it. You can use syrup as well. Basically anything you like, just something sweet most of the times is best in my opinion. You can just add it on top of there and then just dig in and eat it. But yeah, that is it for today. I'm really happy with this. I'm hoping you are all really happy with this as well. As always. So that's it. We're gonna end it off right there. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.